Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start our live session. And again, I will make the link available to all of you who I know we have some students who are in VOTEC, we have students who are working, and some of you I know that work through the night and maybe still sleeping, but then when you get up to work later, you'll have this video to help you navigate through your new Canvas class. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, so the first thing we need to do is we need to learn, well, how do we get to Canvas? So this is probably the same way that you would navigate to find any of your platforms. So we start by going to the CPDLF website. We know that once we hover over CPDLF students, that we can find most anything we're looking for that we need as a student or a teacher. So as you scroll down, you can see Canvas. Click on Canvas. That's going to take you into the screen where you need to sign in. You want to make sure when you put in your email, you put your whole email in, not just your first initials, like in my case would be PRAO. It has to be PRAO@cpdlf.org. You would put your password, and again, you'll receive this information, the sign information, usually at your orientation. And this is the sign-on information you're probably using for almost everything in CPDLF. Okay, so you can always click Stay Signed In. So that's always nice to do. So when I sign in, as you can see, everything's already there, and I can just click Login. All right, so you can see when we get to the dashboard that I have a lot of classes that I teach, but some of you, when you sign into Canvas in your dashboard, you may only have one. So the two classes I'm going to be talking about today are Hope B and your Fitness, Lifestyle, and Design. Those are the two classes that have just started in Canvas. Many of you have just completed a class in Odysseyware, so it's a little confusing to think, oh, how do I work in Canvas? So I'm hoping that this video will help you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign into Hope B. This video will be the same for really any of our Canvas classes for PE. All right, so what I'm going to do also is I'm going to go to the student view. So this is exactly what you see when you sign into your Hope B class. And this is what you'll see when you sign into most any of your PE courses in Canvas. So you want to make certain, I'm going to go, the way you will navigate through the class, excuse me, is by using all these tabs on the left-hand side of your screen. All right. So, and we're not going to even use all of them, so don't be overwhelmed by thinking, oh my gosh, I have to learn all those tabs. No, you don't. I will just go over the few of the tabs today that will get you acclimated and working in the class. All right, so announcements is always important because as you can see, I do put announcements into the class. Usually when I put an announcement into the class, it does send it automatically through to your email. However, I still want you to make sure that you check any announcements when you sign in, just in case you miss it in your email. If I post an announcement, that means it's important and I really want you to read it. Okay, so next we're going to go to modules. I know I'm kind of jumping all the way down, but I do want to go to modules because the next question would be, well, how do I access my assignments? So if you click on modules, you can find your assignments. So if I want to work on assignment 4.01, because I know that's what's due, I would click on the assignment, wait for it to load, and there is assignment 4.01. Now, once you get into the actual assignment, here's a couple things that will help you navigate through each unit or module. So if you look up here, you can see where it says 1 of 6. You will always see this when you click on any assignment, but the pages may vary. You may find that some of your lessons may only be 3 pages, some may be 5 pages, but in this case, our 4.01 assignment is the material needed for this assignment is 6 pages. So you can navigate by going forward or back. Okay, use your forward arrow, back arrow, or you can use your drop down and you can navigate back and forth through the pages. Make sure you do scroll down so you get all the information on the page. When you get to your final page, that is where you will find your actual assignment. So in this case, and you always look under assessment, and that's kind of confusing because you would think you wanted to say assignment, but it does say assessment in Canvas. So you look for the assessment. And in this assessment, it's telling me I have to do 2 steps for my assignment this week. One, I need to complete the reading in this lesson, which we hope you do, because step 2 is, and then you want to complete the mental fitness quiz. So we have to make sure we read the information, work through the information, which is sometimes reading, sometimes by video, sometimes they put some fun games to help you learn the material. All right, so now we're saying, oh gosh, well, how do we get to that 4.01 mental fitness quiz? Well, that's going to bring us back over to our tabs, and we know we have to take a quiz. So we go down our tabs and we see the word quizzes. So we know, okay, probably click on quizzes. You would look through your assignments, look through the list of quizzes, and we know that we need to take quiz 4.01 mental fitness because that's the assignment we just finished. So it's very simple. So you would then click on take the quiz. Now, I'm not going to click on take the quiz because it will prompt the quiz to come up. But normally with take the quiz, you will have, I'm going to try it. I don't think it will mess it up too much. Okay, so I clicked on take the quiz. You can see that you will have normally 5 questions. They're all multiple choice. Once you complete all 5 questions, you will then click submit quiz. Once you submit quiz, I have it set that you will be able to look through your quiz, see any of the questions that you might have missed, and see what the correct answer is so you can learn the correct answer, which is more important to me for you to know the knowledge than your score on your quiz. Then you may take the quiz again. So you can take the quiz to better your scores. Okay, so now we know how to find our assignments through modules. We know how to take quizzes because you will be taking a lot of quizzes, just as we went over for many of your assignments. And we discussed announcements. The very last one I want to discuss is grades. Look, okay, this is an important tab for you to use as a learner because you can see many pieces of information just by clicking on grades. So the first thing you'll be able to see is the due date. So I see this assignment, and you're not seeing due dates yet because I'm putting those in today. That's the last piece of the puzzle that I have to do. So after at the end of the day, you will start seeing due dates. So you know the due date. You'll know how many points this assignment is worth. And then you will know your score once I grade it. So if you're scrolling down and you see this little, just a hyphen, you know that you have not submitted that assignment. If you scroll down and you see an EX, which you will once I finish my pace charts today, that means that assignment is exempt. You do not need to complete it. So if you see an EX, do not complete that assignment. When you submit an assignment, you will see a capital T. And what that's saying is you're waiting for the teacher to grade the assignment. So like I said, on grades, you can find out because you always want to know, what assignments are due, what did I score, and, out of how many. So those are important. I apologize. Let me turn off my phone that I didn't know was on. Okay. So again, those are the 4 tabs I want you to concentrate on. The announcements to check your announcements, grades to check your due dates, your scores, and really your grades. Quizzes to take your quizzes and modules to access any information. Okay, I want to show you one more thing about the class. Why is that not working? Hold on, give me 1 second. Oh, I have to, because I'm on Leave Student View. Okay. Okay, so I'm going back into the class. All right, when I go back into the class, and you're on your home button, I added a module, and it's the module for all where it's going to house all our weekly instructional lessons. I will just keep adding them and adding them. So the wills will not be embedded down with all your assignments due for the class. I found last semester when I did that, it was very confusing on, do I just have to complete a will? Do I have to complete an assignment? So to answer that question, you do. You have to complete an assignment. So you'll be completing 1.00 assignment, but you'll also be completing 1.00, the weekly instructional lesson. So remember, you'll get a weekly instructional lesson each week. You can access it by simply clicking on it. And I made it very simple that you can just make a copy. And by doing this, by making your own copy, you are able to actually answer all your questions that are on the 60 format. Now remember, you will only have written assignments due for the explain, the elaborate, and the express. We want to make sure in the express you have to excuse me, you have to do the first part, which is the self-assessment, by answering one of these questions about your learning. And then you're also going to take time to answer a short reflection question. And that's very important. It does not need to be long and involved, just a couple sentences. Maybe you can answer it in one sentence. Make sure the sentences are complete. And then what you will do is you will submit it to me as a link. Okay. So again, I wanted to make sure that, how do we find our wills? We know we can find our wills because we have the module on our home screen. The very first module is our weekly instructional lesson module. And that module will just keep growing as I add a will each week. Okay, so I think that's pretty much enough information to get you started in Canvas. I want you to know that I am available to work at any time. Well, my hours are 7 to 3 at school. So if you need help, need me to reach out, those are my hours. So please reach out. And I am one that I really want to help you. I would rather help you and see you succeed than not complete any assignments at all because you're confused. So just send me a hangout. Send me an email telling me, hey, Miss Rao, and you can just call me Miss Patty. I need help. I did watch the lesson, but I still am a little bit confused, or I know how to work in Canvas, but I need help with this lesson. I'm not sure how to complete it. So there's a multitude of questions that you could have for me, and I just want to make it very clear as a teacher that I am available to you to help. So have a great first week. Like I said, today I will have our due dates in for all our assignments, and I hope you find it easier to work through Canvas. So just give it a try.